Gervonta "Tank" Davis recently lost his cool with Jake Paul during a press conference for their upcoming fight. The heated argument quickly went viral, spreading across social media and sports news. For weeks, Jake Paul has been teasing and disrespecting Tank, making fun of his height, questioning his skills, and playing mind games. This time, Tank finally snapped. What happened next got the entire boxing world talking because it wasn't just about trash talk anymore. It felt personal. The tension between the two has been building since Netflix announced their big November exhibition match, which has already divided fans, critics, and boxers. Jake Paul, the YouTuber-turned-boxer, has been stirring things up to hype the fight, mocking Tank's size and past while calling him a lightweight pretending to be a legend.
The ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I'll weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You
them.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the clown, buddy. You're the clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female? Like, come on, it will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that? But P Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them?
This week, after a media event in Miami, things got out of hand during a backstage interview. Witnesses say Jake Paul and Gervonta "Tank" Davis almost came to blows before security stepped in. Jake laughed and taunted Tank, calling him a little man chasing big checks, and Tank, furious, got inches from him and warned, "Say that again when the cameras are off." Clips of the argument went viral quickly. In one video, Tank says he doesn't care about followers and that this is boxing, not YouTube, while Jake fires back that people will care when he knocks Tank out. Security stopped Tank from throwing a punch, but his team says he's no longer playing along and is back to being the fierce fighter fans, remember? Jake later went live on Instagram saying he'd provoked Tank to prove he's already won, claiming you can't fight angry and that he's the smarter boxer. But that kind of confidence might come back to hurt him.
Big fan of yours. I just want to say what you're doing for boxing is phenomenal. You're putting it on the map. What you're doing with the ladies, with the Mike Tyson and UFC
I'll
fighters.
swing on you right now.
Nobody. And I love you too, Gervonta. I'm a big fan of yours. But I just wanted to tell this man what he's doing for boxing and putting it on the map. And I just want to take my hat off to you.
Get the mic from him.
So,
get the mic from him, for real.
What I want to say is, if you beat Tank, you know, people are going to say you beat a smaller man. So what's the victory here?
Man, honestly, people always have something to say. It's old news. Keep talking. At the end of the day, you're here. So whatever anyone has to say, just keep on saying it, please. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
3, even though there's a big size difference, Jake is 6'1" and 200 pounds, while Tank is only 5'5" and 135, no one doubts Tank's speed, accuracy, or ability to close the distance in a fight.
Is he always training for something like this? Obviously, smaller guy. How is this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing hitting below my knees and a lot of speed. We're sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything. You know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen, and I'm gonna show you and him. Bet.
Tank isn't just fighting an uphill battle, he's fighting smart. After the recent argument, it's clear he's not treating this match as just another payday, but as a chance to make a statement. Recent training footage shows Tank looking more focused and dangerous than ever. Sources from his Miami gym say he's been sparring with heavyweights to prepare for Jake's size and power. His coach, Calvin Ford, even said, "We're training for a giant. We're not fighting a boxer. We're fighting a billboard with gloves."
Paul, I think when he weighed in for Mike Tyson, was 227 pounds. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. That is called one thing. That's called being a bully.
That alone shows Tank isn't underestimating Jake at all. Meanwhile, Jake's team is sticking to what they do best, talking and hyping things up. Leon Love, Jake's trainer and former Mayweather fighter, told TMZ, "Tank can talk all he wants, but Jake's taking this seriously." He said Jake has been sparring with top professionals, undergoing USADA testing, and is in the best shape of his career. Jake even shared new footage of himself training with some of Shakur Stevenson's former sparring partners, saying he's preparing for speed, not just size. But fans aren't convinced. Sure, Jake Paul has improved as a boxer, with wins over names like Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but he's never faced anyone at Gervonta "Tank" Davis's level. Tank is faster, more precise, and thrives in high-pressure fights. Jake's biggest advantage is his size, but if Tank manages to get in close, that advantage could disappear in seconds. Interview 8 now. Let's talk about what actually started the argument. People who were there say Jake kept bringing up Tank's past, mentioning his legal troubles, domestic violence accusations, and time spent in jail.
My only concern is, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s, so he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be expedition. What, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these prescriptions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Tank don't really care, So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So again, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s. Then we got to fight.
Here's where things get even more interesting. Floyd Mayweather, Tank's former mentor, has stepped back into the picture after years of tension between them. Floyd recently reunited with Tank, even showing up to one of his training sessions. Sources say he gave Tank some advice on how to deal with Jake Paul's mind games. Floyd told reporters, "You don't need to talk. Let your hands do that. They can't argue with results." Interview 10 Tank isn't fighting for influencer clout. He's here to make a statement and restore order. What makes this argument even more intense is the context behind it. A fight earlier this year, critics have been labeling Tank as washed up, unfocused, and lazy.
They do it for real. Tank is highly capable of taking Jake Paul out. To Tank's credit, I'm interested in the Tank Jake Paul exhibition because I know for a fact Tank is capable, although he's small, he's capable of knocking Jake Paul out, just like Jake Paul probably capable of knocking him out because he's so much bigger.
So you believe that?
I believe
no
that
doubt about it.
Without a question, if they fight for real. If they don't, if they say, no, well, we're going to take care of Jake, just want him to go through and learn more, then he might not knock him out. You understand me? But if they do it for real, Tank is highly capable of taking Jake Paul out. If it's a boxer and a person that don't box, and they got such a big weight gap, now that makes it kind of even on the exhibition scale. You feel me? So now we want to see...
One got experience and one got weight and size.
You feel me? So now it makes us want to see what's going to happen with this. He's bigger, but he has experience. That makes for a good exhibition because everybody wants to know what's going to happen.
Despite all his marketing genius, Jake may have made a risky mistake by turning this fight into a personal battle. Meanwhile, he's been doubling down online, posting memes, mock press releases, and even releasing a shirt that says, "Tank's too tiny." It's typical Jake Paul trolling for engagement. But this time, even some of his fans think he's gone too far. Shannon Sharp said on Club Shay Shay, "Jake's walking into deep waters. This isn't a retired UFC fighter or a washed-up boxer. This is Gervonta Davis. If Tank lands one shot, Jake's entire internet career could be over in 30 seconds. The size difference is real. Tank will give up nearly 60 pounds, but his timing, accuracy, and counterpunching are unmatched. Even legends like Roy Jones Jr. and Andre Ward have said Tank has one-in-a-generation power for his size. Jake is playing with fire, and if Tank's anger stays high, that fire could turn into an inferno." Right after the argument, Netflix reportedly held an emergency meeting with both camps, worried the tension could escalate before the fight, especially after Tank's threat to take Jake out before fight night. But in reality, this kind of drama is exactly what Netflix wants: tension, hype, and entertainment. The same kind of chaos that drew 41 million views for Canelo versus Crawford. That's what makes this fight so compelling. It's not just boxer versus influencer. It's ego versus experience. Interview 17 Jake is fighting for legitimacy, while Tank is fighting for pride. After their latest altercation, emotions are running high on both sides. Jake's camp says everything is fine, business as usual, but Tank's silence speaks volumes. He hasn't posted anything since the argument. No quotes, no trolling, just training. And if history is any indication, that kind of quiet usually means something big is coming. Gervonta Davis doesn't just talk, he delivers, and when he does, the boxing world feels it. What started as a Netflix spectacle is now turning into something far more